How you doing? It's Henry. I'm Mowers and Blowers. Finally, a rainy day today. On my LT2000, what I'd like to do today is to drive this to the backyard and power wash it, right? And then go on to Home Depot and get my paint. Probably gonna pick up maybe 3 cans of that 2x white with primer, right? Or I could just buy 1 or 2 cans of primer, which is pretty much the same price, if not more expensive, and like 3 or 4 cans of that 98-cent quick color. But that light is not very good for coverage. You know, it's very light, and you could always see through it. You need like 10 coats just to make it real white. So I think it might be better off just getting like 2 or 3 cans of the 2x Rust-Oleum white with primer. You know, that is like a 1 coverage kind of spray, which is a little more expensive, but it's worth it, you know, worth the time. I still don't have a cup holder for this. I thought I had one a long time ago, but I can't find one anywhere, you know. I might have sold it, I'm not sure. Shout out to Stanley Jackson Jr. for donating $5 to the channel yesterday. I really appreciate your support. Also keep those sticker sales coming. My holographic stickers, I'm down to only 8. And I've got plenty of the regular ones as well as the bumper stickers. So keep those sticker sales coming. I appreciate your support. Keeps the videos coming every day. I'm gonna mask off that Craftsman sticker there. Probably try to peel off that LT2000 if it's easy to peel off. I'll just adhesive sticker it because it's not rectangle like the Craftsman one, so it means that I have to go around it to die cut it, you know, which is kind of a pain in the balls. But gotta do what I gotta do, right? This tractor is in pretty rusty shape. It's got rust pretty much everywhere. And I'm going to pry off this foot pad thing on both sides because if I power wash it, I want to get the stuff from underneath it. Not to mention the fact that I'm going to be power washing it, right? So if I power wash it and paint it, I got to take these off anyway. You know, so I might as well do it now. And it just comes off. You got to make sure you pry it with a screwdriver and not just yank it off. Otherwise the tabs will break, as most of these have already done. I know some of you might have been saying in the previous episode when I took the engine, flipped it upside down, removed the sump cover, and merely put a blue RTV gasket maker over the existing trashed gasket, and probably said to yourself, "Hey Henry, that ain't gonna work, it's gonna leak." Well, I've done it like 5 times on probably a dozen or so engine builds, and I've never had a leak. And here it is. The proof is in the pudding. I drove this mamma jamma around the block yesterday at full throttle. There is not one oil leak around. So my gasket maker worked. If you guys don't have a gasket handy, right, always know RTV silicone gasket maker will always seal a valve cover. A valve cover gasket also, but a sump cover gasket. Works great. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. As long as you bolt these down and torque them down to specs, it's not going to leak. As we look around the tractor slowly, gives you an idea about how trash this tractor is. I did grind down and scrape off as much paint chips as I can. I know I'll have more when I start power washing it. Look at that green algae on the back there. Yucky. This battery box area is just terrible because the way this thing is stamped, there's a depression here, so this acts like a bowl, you know? So anytime it rains outside, well, first of all, why are you leaving your metal equipment, expensive equipment, right, outside in the rain? Metal and water do not mix well. Creates rust. So look, this seat's trash, but you know, I've grinded down a ton of stuff, you know. And surprisingly, the footwells over here are not bad. This is just remnants of whatever, but if you look there, there's no rust, which is very surprising because they usually gather up right here. Now, if you look over here, here is the deck engagement PTO cable. I ran this over and dragged it for a while. Check it out. After all that, it still works. How about that, huh? Cool. So all I need is a deck and slap it on. This will be a perfectly good lawnmower, lawn tractor. A lot of trash in there. I'm gonna have to power wash this stuff just to get that cleaner, you know. Then I'll, like I said, I'll mask off this stuff. Maybe that sticker too, that bottom there. I'd probably peel that off. Take all that stuff off, mask it off, and give it a white paint job. That's my goal. Still looks like hell, but a little bit less hell. Blew out the crevices all the way inside in there. And while the sun is not out tremendously, it's still out. It's very humid. I'm just gonna let this dry. As you guys know, every time you power wash an engine with gas, you never know if it's gonna start up again. It's happened to me more times than not. Put some plastic around that gas tank, and it looked like that air cleaner cover. As long as I don't go into the crevices, it shouldn't get any water into the carburetor, so hopefully it'll be all right. Either way, I'm gonna go off to Home Depot and go get some paint. Then I'll come back and mask off the stickers and the places that I need to mask off, and we'll get to a paint job. Frank, the UPS guy, actually texted me last night about a local person throwing away a 5x5 plastic shed. I was this close to going out to get it, but then I know my wife will kill me if I brought another shed in here. And I said, you know, I could just take this tarp off, because the frame is still good, right? And just buy another really heavy-duty tarp, you know, put it over. Same heavy-duty tarp as the one I got covering the top part of that one. That's been holding up really well. It's very thick. Need a tarp. Here we go. We're at Home Depot. Gonna get my paint. On the drive over, I was looking at the streets. There's just so many white cars around, and I just thought to myself, you know what? it'll get dirty really quick, and it probably doesn't sell as well as a red one would. So I'm thinking I might change my mind. Hey, I'm entitled, it's mine. I might just do the Sunrise Red again, you know. I never did one on an LT2000, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hello.
Halloween stuff?
That's it. Halloween? That's a month away.
I remember when you were little, there were so many things that you were so afraid of. What a little crybaby. I'll find you in your dreams and conjure up some new things to be afraid of.
Sunrise Red, 427. Look at that cherry red. That looks pretty good too. It's lighter than the Sunrise. But they only have one can. Look at this, apple red. And here's the white. You know what I mean? Gonna get some quick color black too. $16.03 is what I paid for 5 cans of spray paint. 3 Sunrise Red. I'm always gonna use the Sunrise Red, you know what I mean? Always. I think about the fact that, you know, the whole point is for me to sell the damn tractor, right? I already satisfied my white tractor with my white outdoors tractor. Red just looks nice. It's gonna be appealing to buyers. If I ever get a deck for the thing, I'll sell it lickety split, you know what I mean? Not to mention, I just love that color red. It just looks wonderful. Always need the 98-cent quick color as well. Just gotta do it, you know? This prep is gonna take a while. Hey, so I'm back home now, and sun's come out, so hopefully that thing has nicely dried. You know, the McDonald's I usually get when I go to Home Depot, it's shut down. They've demolished the whole damn thing. I don't understand it. I guess business was so good that they decided that they're gonna upgrade everything. Crazy. You know, my friend Robert Nighthawk, you know, he's been a subscriber for a long time. He's become a friend. He lives in Maryland, and he drove up with his wife over to New Hampshire to go see her in-laws, or his in-laws. And on the way back on this Saturday, he's gonna stop by. He's gonna stop by, and he said he needed the deck off the Snapper. You guys remember the Snapper 1350 XL or LX, whatever? Anyway, I had this listed locally for about $125, but nobody wants it. And Robert Nighthawk wants it because he has a smaller deck and he wants a bigger deck. So I just said, you can have it. So he's actually, he's coming over on Saturday afternoon, and we were supposed to go to McDonald's because we both like the same thing. A #1 Big Mac large meal, large fries, chocolate milkshake with whipped cream. We were gonna sit down together and have a Big Mac meal, but now we can't. So, whatever. Anyway, that's the true test now. It's been sitting here for about half an hour or so. Just hope it starts, you know, because you just never know after a power wash, you know. They don't put the word power in front of wash for nothing. Water gets everywhere, you know. Let's hope this baby starts. Here we go, moment of truth. Yeah, baby. That's right. We bad. Gonna bring this hauler to the front so I can start the paint prep. Paint prep is always a pain in the butt. I mean, I might have to do some sanding around the rough areas, especially with a lot of rust. Then wait for it to fully dry, mask off the areas that I don't want to paint, take this plastic thing off, knob off. masking actually takes the most time. Front headlights, the front nose. Put plastic bag over the foot pad. Oh, wife has to park in my spot, man. What's up with that, yo? As you guys can see, masking off and prepping for paint takes forever. Still not done too. I gotta mask off this area so I don't get red paint all over the black, you know? So I think I should do the red first, and then I'll have to mask it off again to do the black parts. What a pain. In this LT2000, usually when you remove the shifter quadrant cover, there's only 2 7/16. This is apparently 10 millimeter, and there's 4 bolts. Reason why, because this one has the reverse in operation module, where it senses with this thing over here that you're putting it into reverse. See? I think if I just disconnect that, it won't work. Then I don't have to attach this. But then I think if I don't attach this, the bolts aren't going to fit on here right. So I'll just leave it. This ball wouldn't come off, so I had to squeeze it through that area. I'm almost there. The more I grind, the more rust comes off. If I don't stop grinding, I'm just going to keep going forever. So I have to stop at some point, you know, just to get most of the loose stuff off. But, you know, this hood is not going to come out well. I mean, obviously, look what I'm given, you know? Trash. Look, I'm just gonna have to do the best I can. But this is a tough project. There's just so much rust. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the cup holder either. Oh, it's absolutely taken forever for me to mask this stuff off. I don't know why I'm taking so long. It's just that I've been watching this other YouTube channel called Goon Squad, and these 20-year-old kids are taping off white Lamborghini Huracans. So I guess I'm watching them like mask off every little morsel, you know. But this is definitely not a Lamborghini. This is one of the worst conditioned tractors I've ever had. But you know, I took some time to do some masking, you know, and I guess I'll be able to just spray this body red and the hood red, and then let it cure for a bit, then take all the masking off and remask it so I can paint the black. You know, a lot of work, especially if you want to do a two-tone, you know. Now if I was gonna do the whole thing red, including this part here, I'll just go ahead and spray it and not have to mask off anything, you know. But you know what, it's takes a long time, but it's not like it's really hard. It's just, you know, monotonous and tedious. So I'm ready to spray it red now. But you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow, because my garage is filled with the 7 lawnmowers I got for free. That's right, free. And that other lawn tractor is in there too. So, and it's getting late in the day. I'm just gonna let this dry overnight a little bit more. There'll still be some water around the crevices and stuff, and it's all ready to go tomorrow. So when I wake up tomorrow, I'll empty out my garage and cover up the whole garage with blankets and sheets and stuff like that, so the overspray doesn't get over everything, you know. And then I'll paint the body and the hood sunrise red. Thanks a lot for following me along today's paint prep on this LT2000 lawn tractor. What a piece of junk. Whatever, man, that's the whole thing, to get a free piece of junk running and looking much better than when I got it. That's the whole point. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.